Sorry, I'll see you in a minute. We hurried up. We got oops. Are we back? We back. My bad, y'all. Something keeps crashing. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. Okay, so
oh, I was right? But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
24, 29, 22, 5 iron skewers, 5 pans, 20 wine glasses. The whole stove, iron plates, and bucket. Use a portable stove with a quick hot pot. Iron plates and a portable stove. I think the car seeing something that's shelf over there. This kitchen seems to be well kept. There should be no problems using it.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
Huh?
A hole? What kind of hole? It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail. Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me? No, that's wrong!
No, I don't want that.
Will you be able to break through my argument?
What does he mean battle? It sounds like he's enjoying the game or something. There's no way I'm gonna lose against someone like that.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony? I can't back down!
Oh, come on.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony? I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say? The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
It's true that any light source in a dark hallway would have stood out. But if the killer did have light,
the reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, crap! The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
It's true that any light source in the dark hallway would have stood out. So if the killer did have a light, the reason Kazuichi wasn't able to see it was the fire breaks out the fire door in the hallway of the old building and shut. The fire place. During the search of the Yaki after the backup, that used to head straight to the office. He didn't see anyone there, including the Pekka.
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, crap! The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, crap! The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
Didn't have a light, but reason Kazuichi wasn't able to see it was
the reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
there we go.
Allow me to cut through those words!
I was thinking that, but I'm like, what the fuck?
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking
The wrong
about?
text is on.
There should have been a wall that blocked light.
Yes, there we go. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, dang.
I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway.
Right.
If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh. You still don't remember your talent, do you?
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep
Why
breath?
couldn't Hajime be the ultimate detective? And again, that would be Cuisine.
You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Ooh.
Hey! It's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
So you're telling me to call up the real killer? Even though I don't really want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? I've been a detective, man. It's more bullshit. The person who used the hallway fire to like cover and used the portable stove to use in the dark. Snuck under the floorboard, stabbed Yakuya to death using the glowing pink as a mark. So the only clue I can think of is you and only you. The only one I wasn't here on that picture was you, Terry.
You're the only one!
Right.
Terry. Could it be you?
What? What are you talking about?
Terry's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way! Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer? Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen. That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel! Cruel! Too cruel!
Relax.
You, Terry. That attitude is so not like you, or the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me shit.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
Suppose you got some.
So, what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
No.
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Oh my goodness. You are a pain in the neck.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light. And that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important! If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
Victim was targeted by a mark. It was the mark. It was the duct tape, obviously. toward the knife itself.
I can prove it with this.
There we go.
The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah! By using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru!
Seriously, I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
You again? Just stop already!
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
No, he could have been under... He could have been under the floorboards as he was saying that.
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by looking their sweater. Or, if you want, you should try and kill me.
No way! You look greasy. But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? Not like I want to blame you.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in. Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope?
He could still be under the floorboards, not necessarily being... There we go. Let's talk.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was recording or something? Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that contradiction.
You could have definitely been in the gap in the floorboard, but we could have heard your voice easily.
Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall.
Let's get it.
Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right?
He could have been in the floor.
So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
Yup.
Is that true, Teru?
hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
Now you got some guts a little bit.
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Where are you from again?
I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar! If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Unless you used the fire door.
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time. Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake. Damn right! You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
No! Is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall?
I probably can.
Oh, you again!
Whether or not Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know for sure, I need to throw that question at him.
I can prove it with this.
I knew that was going to show up.
If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time.
Yep.
Well, what?
Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
It's getting nutty.
No, this is a very important question. Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
Huh?
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so exciting. How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Even so... Nagito! Say something!
I guess you might have to give up now.
Wait, give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Why do you sound like you need some type of motivational poem? You acting like you taking an L.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer. Huh? But it's already decided, right? No. Now, the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore. It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet. You understand him? But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer? Then where's the weapon?
Come on, Monumi! Enough with the whimpering and translate!
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
After all this, who cares about the weapon? Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all. Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it?
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent!
Anyway, you need to focus and think about this. When there's kids that are under about 50 years and at least 50 centimeters in length. The only thing I think about is one of those iron skewers. That's the only thing that makes sense. If we're talking about the equipment list, I'd say so. Weapon that Nico McClellan might have been using constantly. Huh? What's that? Yeah, you know it's an iron skewer. There's no other weapon that can fit the crime scene, that can fit the criteria. That's the only thing. Yeah. Yup. I-R-O-N. Yup. Iron skewer, for sure. Yup, that's what it is. I'm good. Stopped out of nowhere in the perfect timing.
That's it! The weapon must be the iron skewer!
Yup, has to be.
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
I checked the equipment list and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. That's right, as far as I know, that's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Avril Lavigne!
Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne?
The singer?
Huh? Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old food. It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
Ugh. Finally, we're nearing the end. The corner opponent will be surrounded by old soul shield, and simply will not listen to what you have to say. It will probably pain you to condemn your classmates, but this is a class trial after all. Not me! I need my truth right here and now. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down a opponent's excuses and nonsense. That's the bullet time. Sorry, the Panic Talk answer. Panic Talk answer is short for PTA. During PTA, you must destroy Typo! Typo is D-E-S-T-R-O-Y. Follow your opponent's soul shield so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of the song. Time your button presses with the tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Match the tempo marker by pressing the left mouse button, and you will be able to lock onto your opponent's remark. If you keep pressing it, you'll be able to lock onto the multiple remarks at the same time. Afterwards, you release the left mouse button and time comes the tempo marker. It will interrupt the lock on remarks to destroy. By destroying remarks, you'll be able to damage the soul shield protecting their opponent's destroyer. However, you cannot destroy their remarks. In the comments, you will end up getting hurt. Some of the people you can frustrate big people with you. I think I got it now.
Oh! 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 Whoa! What the hell you saying, you stupid cutter, eh?
He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hit?
I think I heard that pretty perfectly.
I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
The Iron Spear is a weapon, and hiding it in the kitchen is the easiest way to get the body. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty early before the party started. Which means that the weapon was already hidden somewhere and we couldn't find it. Could have been in an unexpected place? Where could that be? Where did he hide a long weapon like the Iron Spear?
I'm not hiding that thing!
He said,
I'm not hiding anything! I'm not hiding anything!
Must have been Terry Turtle and evidence that proves the killer. Oh, here we go.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton! Unforgivable! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Where would the weapon be? Where would the weapon be?
I hate how you have to do it how they want to.
This is...
I don't count this as a victory, as a loss.
We will never give up! Oh! What the...
he said,
Shut up! tilted! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! There is Hilton! Unforgivable! Shut up! Where would the weapon be? I don't know! There is Hilton! Unforgivable! I don't know! There is Hilton! Where would the weapon be?
What?
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Where would the weapon be? This is the end!
Oh, meat. Whatever. That interpretation is dumb.
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything. In a place like that?
That's clearly impossible! I mean, that's inside the food!
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked.
There are no dangerous items like that skewer in the chorizo area inside that pile of food. I appear to be the case. I wouldn't have known what to do if he said fish bones and meat bones were also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here. We need to confirm this now! So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
Bars.
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Wait, now hold on a second. Time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over.
About that.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go?
I'm right here!
Lickhead.
I'm already eating it!
What is
A bear that eats meat! Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
What is this? So yummy!
Damn it! That's my meat!
Whoa on now.
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life! The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
This is bad! Seriously, this is really bad!
My! There's something inside the meat! Look what came out!
Isn't that? Is that an iron skewer?
It is.
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
Must.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
Oh boy.
You're wrong! I'm not the killer! I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone!
I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me. Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nobito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
Right.
He said, you're all nothing.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
You heard that part? Let us deal with Nagito later. More importantly, we should first.
I guess we need to settle this. Once and for all.
What do you mean, settle it?
To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Oh man, I do to the two, go over the entire incident, and then I can prove to each time. That's right, if I don't do that, you can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
So it's finally come to this. My throbbing. My chest is throbbing, to be exact. Every case has come last feature to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phrase, you will give a complete summary of the case. You have to reproduce the order of events that is worded in the comic book. Alright. At least you got beat again. Combat code beat. Yeah! This came back in the scene, okay. Oh. Everyone at the party is okay. At the storage room for the blackout. Crime scene at the office room where the blackout occurred. The moment it got dark, Yakuza what is it? What's the good do after exiting dialogue? This video obtained in the story. Off the east.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Let's get it.
Let's try going over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started. Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel.
Yeah.
He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us. Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for these.
Yeah.
Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles. Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with a desk lamps power cord so he could get under the table. That's right, everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall.
Why gotta be naked though, man?
Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but he had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen.
Jeez, man. Got my man killed.
And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime, especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food. Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura? That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone. Would never.
It seems this is the end.
I said so.
It looks like your argument has come to a close. Whoops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate? Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier!
Why did this happen?
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Hitman.
Correct!
Yahoo!
That's right. This time the black responsible for killing Byakuya Togami is Teru Haruyama. Hanamura.
No.
I'm thinking of Bakuya, I'm sorry. Are you serious? Out of all these people, are you saying a pounce like him is the one who killed Byakuya? But... why did you kill him?
You've got it wrong.
Mistake. I'm telling you, it was just a mistake. I was only trying to save you guys.
Hey!
I was only trying to stop Nagito from murdering one of you. Huh? Trying to stop? What do you mean?
I
spent all morning in the old building preparing the dishes for the party, and then I heard a weird laughter near the dining hall, and when I peeked over there, I saw Nagito in the middle of cleaning duty putting the knife under the table. I had a feeling about it, so I continued to watch what he was doing. I saw him place the irons he bought in the storage room and mess with the air conditioner timers. Plus, he was grinning, just grinning by himself the whole time. So I questioned him.
When that happened, he... You caught me?
Oh, I've been caught.
What?
Been caught?
Hey!
What are you doing? What are you scheming? I'm planning to kill someone, of course. Teddy, just to let you know, it's pointless of you to stop me. If you stop me now, it doesn't matter. I will never give up. Whether it's tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, or the days beyond that, I'll definitely start to kill him.
Impossible!
What? No matter how much you want to leave this island, that's just... I see. So that's what you think.
Well...
That's not it at all. This isn't about my survival. I just want the killing to start.
What?
What are you saying? I love everyone here. That's why I want to be good used to it. I love all the Ultimates, and I admire them for being symbols of hope.
Amazing!
That's right. In the name of hope, I love everyone's talent from the bottom of my heart. That's why I don't want them to lose against something like killing. I want them to prove to me that hope will never lose, no matter how daunting the despair they face may seem. I want everyone to prove to me that hope will never lose to despair.
No.
What are you saying? I don't understand at all.
See?
Isn't it typical that you have a strong enemy, you face a strong enemy, who will become even stronger yourself? Which means the stronger the despair you face, the stronger everyone's hope will become, right? I want to see that brightness. In order to see it, I'm going to become everybody's stepping stone. I want to make your hope shine. It's as simple as that. Right. I yearn for a powerful hope that can overcome any kind of despair.
You're kidding, right?
Kidding? Don't tell me you're serious.
Man.
So you don't understand. That's fine. I don't really mind. I'm just an obsessed fanboy, so it's alright that this love of mine is under flight. I suppose I can be called the ultimate fanatic.
No way!
There's something wrong with you! Really? You really think so? You really think there's something wrong with you? Hey, but isn't that what love is? Now detail, what is the meaning? Explain it to me. I don't understand anything about the story at all.
See?
You see, if you have to figure boxing, you don't want you to fight against a strong opponent and win. Oh, you see, if you have to figure boxing, don't you want you to fight against a strong opponent and win?
Don't fuck with me!
You better not compare us to that.
What?
Huh? Am I wrong? It's a given that trials are necessary to become strong, and the harsher the trial, the stronger you become, you know? For me as humans, healing are simply a tragedy, but for worthy humans, the trials exist to elevate the tragedy even higher level.
Amazing!
It's amazing to me that someone as untalented as myself can become that trial. There's no point in someone like me surviving. It's far more significant for me to die as someone's trial.
Great!
There's no greater honor than becoming the foundation so that your body can ascend to brave new heights.
What's going on?
Stop it! You're seriously starting to piss me off.
What's going on?
I get that you're crying while you're saying that. I don't understand at all. Are you saying you basically want to commit murder for fun? Not the same as someone killing for fun, but I guess it looks the same in your eyes. I have no intention of surviving and leaving you all to die. Is that why you didn't mind and territory discovered your plan?
That's wrong.
But perhaps that was intentional too. Huh?
So...
Azusa wants to involve in the killing. Such things is better for him if necessary with more time, and this is more complex. Is that why you let me reveal your plan to territory? You expected to keep territory's curiosity, and you look forward to the mystery becoming more complex. Well, you're basically right. I was looking forward to that. That's why I took the time to tell you about the secret passage I found while I was cleaning.
What?
What? That was your doing as well?
You're right.
I was casually mentioning. Oh, you definitely fall. They don't get too close to him.
Hey!
Seriously, that Rick crazy. He's insane. That's right. That's why I tried to stop him, you know?
However...
But why? Why did you kill Byakuya instead? I don't know. Because Nagito was the one who was supposed to take that knife. And that's why Erin's rest of the Iron School is there. But that's why Byakuya was the one who died. It's supposed to be Nagito, not him. Byakuya probably tried to stop Nagito from grabbing the knife. And then complained to Nagito.
Nope.
No, I don't think that's it. Huh?
Perhaps...
Byakuya was probably trying to protect Nagito.
What?
What did you say?
See?
Because Byakuya said so, didn't you?
I will...
You guys are all. Could it be in order to keep that promise? As long as he was wearing the night vision goggles, I'm sure he saw someone do that under the floorboard. That someone was aiming for Nagito.
Why?
So Byakuya gave his life to protect Nagito, even though he was trying to take the knife? I see. Byakuya is amazing. Keep his promise to protect everyone. He actually threw his own life away. Yet,
Such despair.
never expected an ending like this. Such despair. But we shouldn't let him die in vain. I'm sure everyone will become even stronger by overcoming this despair.
No
Could
way.
it be? You knew Byakuya would protect you, so you set him up to fail?
Someone like
Of
me.
course not. I'm not that good at calculating. I just took some precautionary measures. The result of them is going to be any fun for later. Just kidding.
How
But I
unexpected.
never expected it to turn out like this. I never thought I'd be the one to survive. But since it was my life that had been saved, I didn't want to just waste it. That's why I decided to help Teru. Why? Why? Well, because Teru decided to do this crime because he also has strong hope, right? He seems to actually be motivated by hope. If he was willing to go that far, I thought he might truly be the person who existed I was waiting for. I thought he might be the hope that could defeat any type of despair. In order for me to confirm it, I decided to help Teru. What do you mean confirm? Stop it already.
Well,
Plus, I couldn't really help myself, and I also empathize with Teru. After all, he wanted to kill me, but he ended up killing Byakuya instead, you know? If I left him in that confused state, this trial might have been ruined, right?
isn't that right?
In order for our hope to grow, this trial was absolutely necessary. That's why I decided to help him. I told him, I don't care if I die, but we should just focus on escaping this island.
Right?
Those were my exact words to him before the investigation. Isn't that right, Teru? Good sweat.
Man.
In the end, my help wasn't wasn't enough. This turned out to be a bad ending for Teru. But you should be proud of yourself. You will not die in vain.
Great!
You will become a splendid sacrifice for everyone else so their hope can grow even more powerful.
Impossible!
Sacrifice?
Shut up! Shut up!
Seriously, stop it already. I'm gonna go crazy just by listening to you.
Hey!
Hey, is it really okay for us to leave this crazy Eric alone like this?
Huh?
Isn't it better if we just Eric kill them all?
Yeah!
Hilary said high school students are so violent these days. The person who's gonna get killed now isn't Nagito, it's Teru.
What's the matter?
You didn't forget, right? Because I told you already at the beginning, right? The black killer loses, a fun punishment awaits them.
Wait!
Hold on.
No.
That was, how should I put it, an accident. An act of self-defense. Not intentional. Anyway, I feel it's possible that it's not my fault.
Hey!
Doesn't matter if it's an accident, self-defense, or intentional. A murder is still a murder. If you kill someone, that's murder.
Hey!
But isn't there anything like sympathy, judgments, intentuating circumstances, or even probation?
Impossible!
I don't accept any of those claims. That's not.
Hey!
Same for you guys. I was only trying to stop Nagito, so
Why you?
Be honest, after learning about Nagito's plan, you saw an opportunity, right? You probably thought nobody would find out you killed him after messing up his plan, right? That's how you thought, right?
Wrong!
You're wrong. There's no way a person who has no malice would kill someone like that. In truth, you were just desperate to kill Nagito and willing to sacrifice everybody else to survive, right? Just be honest already, at least in the end.
That is...
Can you tell me?
Why?
You only didn't try to kill Nagito. Byakuya would still be alive.
Answer me!
Why did you try to commit murder? Answer me, Teru Teru. I just wanted to go home.
I needed to go back home no matter what!
Because she was waiting for me. Mama is waiting for me at home. She's waiting all by herself for the day I graduate Host Peak Academy and come home.
Okay, I'm going now. When I come back, I think we should talk again about opening an Aoyama and Azabu location.
Oh my, you're still talking about that?
Oh, I'm serious. The Academy guarantees success for its graduates, right? So, I know it's gonna be difficult by yourself, but wait for me until then, okay?
Yes, you're right. Then I'll just have to do my best to keep the Hanamura Diner from going out of business until then.
Mom, you don't have to work so hard. What if you collapse again while I'm gone?
I'll be fine. Moms are strong. I won't lose to some illness.
I know that already. I know that already.
I promise her I'll become a full-fledged cook and save the Hanayama Diner. Mama is waiting for me to keep that promise. Even though she's sick and alone, she's still waiting for me.
That's why I need to go home!
Teru. But if we were told our memories were stolen, and that several years have passed since our first day,
Hey!
then what happened to the Hanamura Diner? What happened to my mom who was still waiting for me? So you did believe what Monokuma said?
Damn it!
Well, you were saying all along, it's okay, I'll never believe something like this. So why?
Wrong!
I still don't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. It has to be a lie.
That's why I wanted to go home!
I wanted to go home and confirm it. I wanted to make sure it was all just a lie. I wanted to make sure that I still have a place to call home. Teru, you... I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's not that Teru didn't believe it. He believed it more than anybody else here. That's why he kept denying it, because he believed it. He needed to deny it. Here, Rick, if only I knew how you felt, something like this would never have happened. I wanted to confirm by any means necessary. I had to do something. That's when I heard Nagito's plan. I found out he was going to kill someone, and I left him alone. That's why.
Fine.
So you wanted this first kill.
I'm sorry.
Guys, it doesn't mean I wanted to sacrifice any of you, but it was the only thing I could do. And I ended up killing Byakuya instead of Nagito.
I think I'm the one who went crazy.
I see. Interesting, but as far as motives to kill are connected, wanting to see your mom is boring.
So...
There's no point in bathroom in the afterglow, so let's hurry up and begin the punishment.
You can't!
No, you can't.
Jeez! Get out of my way! Well now,
and a lonely little sister has been dealt with. Let's get back to business.
Wait!
Hold on a second. I'm not asking for forgiveness anymore, but at least...
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For territorial Hanamura, the ultimate cook.
Hey!
Call me chef. No, wait, that's not what I...
Please!
Please, just tell me at least what happened to Hanamura Diner to Mama.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Sorry, you go on. At least ask and let me give my answer.
Lies! I won't believe this!
I won't believe it. Dang. And he wouldn't even give him an answer. Monokuma, you're a savage. That's gotta hurt. That's pure disrespectful.
Extreme!
Exactly.
Yeah!
Exactly.
Whew.
That adrenaline is rushing through you.
Damn it!
Oh, are you Eric serious? Much.
How cruel.
Oh. Why? Why did you do something so cruel?
What?
Huh? Didn't you learn when you were in your elementary school? You foul-mouthed someone. The teacher writes it in a note and makes whoever you foul-mouth read it in front of the class.
No.
When that happens, all you can think about is how it feels to be foul-mouthed. The Santa flag hurt.
What are you saying?
You're the one who drove him to it. Too cruel.
Nice!
Well, it can't be helped. Rules are rules and this is the killing me after all. What rules? You're the one who's breaking the rules. Huh? I can't just let that slide. What do you mean? When you mentioned the motor, didn't you also pop something? However, there is cash. Don't tell me the cash. You figured it out yet? That's right. You guys have to kill each other. That's my bargaining point. You guys want to know, right? You want your food numbers to something, right? And you better start killing. A penny for your thoughts, and a murder for your family. Why? Why did you tell Terry Jr. about his mom? Or his diner? He had a right to know.
You...
Yeah, us too. We all have a right to know.
Bastard!
Hurry up and tell us. What do you mean earlier? You mentioned our school memories. Oh yeah, I did promise to return the memories after the killing began. Huh? You gonna do it? But tell them in this kind of... But I never told you guys that I'd tell you right away.
What?
What?
Not fair.
That's not fair.
Of course!
Of course. I keep my promise to return these memories someday. But still not clear when that someday will actually be. I must excuse myself as well. There's something that I need to do.
Huh?
What the heck?
So cruel!
Not fair. They're both run away.
Then...
Monokuma had us wrapped around his finger after all.
Stupid!
Teru, you stupid.
Such despair.
And then like this is just full of despair. Like seriously tragic despair. But still, at times like this, as symbols of hope, you need to keep doing your best.
You.
Why are you smiling?
Crap!
How can you smile in a situation like this, you creep?
Nope.
Hold on. I'm sad too, you. Didn't I tell you? In the bottom of my heart, I truly love you all. You're the ultimates who inspire hope and your splendid talents. There's no way I could be happy when you've lost such a talented individual.
Don't fuck with me!
Don't go saying creepy Rick. I'll kill you. Please, kill me at any time.
What?
Huh? If you hate me, I don't mind killing you. I've always put myself to become your stepping stone.
Someone like me.
After you taking me born from that, then my life becomes a stepping stone. How messed up are you?
Hey.
However, if you're going to kill me, make sure you do something to with me for it, okay? See, if you do that, let's cooperate with the killer. Are you seriously going to help the killer? It's really not that easy to do. You're killing a place to the calorie. You're the symbol of hope and just a opposing power.
Great!
You can't imagine that at all if I cooperate with the killer, right? The killer's so confident that they're solving the killer.
Hey!
Maybe this was his plan all along. Since he was willing to work with the killer, he wants us to get it. It's better for us not to kill him. So, well, I don't mind what you think of it. In actuality, thanks to Gyatso, I'm starting to feel a small desire to live.
This is exciting!
Mostly, I want to watch everyone destroy all the people that come before you, one after the other.
Pissed me off.
Okay, when I punch this, I won't be satisfied until I punch it. Alright, let's stop this already. I think it's gonna be a waste of time.
What?
Huh? You know how you know this thing out?
How unfortunate.
That's the thing. I thought you and I were quite clean. What is that?
Isn't that right?
You're a feeling towards this pattern, just like me. Don't put me in the same category as you.
Hey.
But how can you say you're not? Monokuma said it himself. You don't know anything about each other's true nature. No, the true about yourself is humanity is stolen. It's the same as not knowing yourself too. Especially you, right? Someone who can't even remember what his talent is. Kane, please feel free to punch him. Will do.
Wait!
Hold on!
Please stop!
Please stop this at once. Nothing will come from fighting like this. There is something else we must do.
Huh?
Something else?
Please listen!
We must not argue with each other in a place like this. There's something much more important we must do.
Let me ask.
Which is, do our best.
You fiend.
Well?
We first must leave here and get some rest. And then we shall work together and do our best. Do our best so we'll never come back here again.
Perhaps.
That's what I believe we must do right now.
I am sorry!
I am sorry, if only I was a better motivational speaker. Not only did you really touch my heart, you were totally right. What we need to do right now is do our best. If we do our best, it's definitely gonna pay off, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Like...
But what do we have to work hard at? How does I know? But we must do our best.
Jeez.
I don't get you at all. Are you some kind of moron?
Well?
It's fine if you don't know. What matters is that you hold on to the feeling that you have to do your best.
Right?
Let's do our best. Let's make sure a killing like this never happens again.
But...
It's scary, but doing our best is the only option. There's no way I'm doing what Nagito said.
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, I don't know what you're all talking about, but let's do our best for now.
Fine.
Very well. Even if we're not able to change the future, I guess I should at least change my tomorrow. You're a fiend. I would never give up to the very end. I won't die in vain. My entire existence, my entire power, my entire body and soul, and fight to the very end. Yeah, you're right. Let's definitely work together and leave this island. Do our best. We kept using that phrase over and over again, even though we knew that it was just cheap, meaningless, empty words. Regardless, we still said it. And we continue to say it over and over again without stopping. Thus, the curtain had fallen upon the class trial where Byakuya and Teru Teru were sacrificed. Afterwards, we left the trial grounds and returned to the mainland of Jumblewalk Island. For the time being, we decided to go back to our cottages. After experiencing something like that, there's no way I could fall asleep. I gave up, got out of bed, and began walking around the hotel grounds for no real reason. After not doing much of anything, I dully looked up at the sky. And there, just like before, there it was, the night sky brimming with stars. Stars that looked like they were about to fall into my hands like fluttering snow. As I looked up at such a beautiful night sky, it can go anywhere. That thought crossed my mind for some reason. This sky is connected to anywhere, even to my daily life. That's why I might be able to go home. That's right, I'm definitely going to go home. That's when it happened. As I stood up at the night sky, I felt a strange convergence of sensation. And then, while I continued to stare at the night sky, I felt my entire body stiffen with that sensation. Isn't this...
Is someone watching me?
You obtain a present, 3-star badge. You obtain the present, wooden stick.
For a long time, humans have been taught that if you try hard enough, you can accomplish.
Alright, I'm gonna end it right here. I'm getting a little tired, so I'm gonna go straight to sleep. Thank y'all all so much for joining. I know it's nighttime, y'all can barely see my face. But you know, I kind of want to do a little early stream. I'll continue this probably later on today. Hope to see y'all again. So Shadow Lelouch, you know what I mean, from the scene. You know what I mean? Hope y'all have a bit of fun. Happy holidays. I'll see y'all again later on. I'm out. Shadow Lelouch.